What's on, pards? Simon here from Portrait Studio Cornwall, doing portraits throughout Cornwall, and I started doing weddings again, but that's another matter. I'm going to review gear, photographic gear, sort of tools I use every day. Well, not every day, most days, some days, and I'm going to tell you what I think is good and tell you what I think is a little bit shit. I'm known for my honesty. I am honest about what I see. I've not been paid by any companies to make this video. I just have this thing and I want to show you what I think of it. Let's get into it. Okay, here is the little Avata. It's an FPV drone. That's what we're reviewing today. I've had a few flights with it. It's been interesting. It's only that big, it's tiny. You know, it's almost the span of my hand, smaller than my face. Anyway, what can I say about this? It's really fun. I've been flying this with the let's reach down here with the motion controller, which came with it, and yeah, it's fun. I've had a proper lark with this, indoors and outdoors, and I've crashed a few times. I haven't crashed so much with this controller, but I have crashed when I've tried the FPV controller. You know, if you want an intro to FPV drone stuff, this is bloody brilliant. I really like it. I think it's great fun. I think anybody that gets one of these will have fun with it, any age, any place. You will crash it. I've crashed it. It's pretty sturdy. I've crashed it into trees, I've crashed it into the floor, I've crashed it into fences and hedges, and you know, there's hardly a scuff on it. It's hit a lot of things, and it's still in one piece. I use it with the goggles. I've got the FPV DJI goggles. What can I say about these? They're good. They are good. It's a whole new experience flying in these rather than flying looking at a screen or looking at your phone or whatever with a normal drone. The nose piece isn't the most comfortable thing in the world. It does let a little bit of light in, but you know, it's for what it is, it's okay. You know, it does the job. It's got little diopters underneath. You can push these in and out in case your eyes are too close to your nose or your eyes on the side of your head. You can move them in and out, okay? And when you rotate them, you can focus, which is good. It is good, but there's a downside. When you focus, if you've got them in a little bit, you can't read what's down on the bottom left, and when they're out a little bit, you can't read what's on the bottom right. And it's a little bit of sort of trial and error, and you've got to sort of think about, what do I want to see in my goggles? Because I find it really hard to see everything. I wear glasses. I can't wear glasses with these. I'm guessing you can get like a foam adapter for it or something to wear glasses, but you know, they don't even fit over my glasses. They're like, you know, my glasses are kind of bigger than the goggles. The only other modification I made is I put some straps on the back, so I can have the battery rather than have it dangling and falling out of my pocket as I'm walking around. Not that I should be walking around with an FPV goggles on, because I bump into stuff. Once it's all set up, it's got this is a touchpad on here. You can slide it up, backwards, forwards, up and down to find your menus, and you can tap it for different things. And it's quite intuitive. It's quite easy to use. I have no idea what half the menus mean. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment. It's not great. And I'm coughing and spluttering, and I might sniff, but you'll have to bear with me. Yeah, the menus are quite easy to use, so I don't know what half of them do yet because I haven't played with this a massive amount yet. But yeah, the more exploring you do, the more fun it is. And it's fun. It's fun. Then I add this. Oh my god. This has got a normal mode, which you can fly around a little bit like you do with a normal drone. Not quite the way a normal drone flies, but you can sort of get away with flying it a little bit, and you sort of get used to flying it. Then you go into sport mode, which is where you crash a bit and it goes a bit fast. And then you've got manual mode. Oh my god, manual mode. I've been in it twice. Excuse me. and both times I've put this in the hedge and I've put it in the grass and I've nearly put it into the house, and yeah, it's mental, absolutely mental. It's fast, it's responsive, it does do this weird prop wash thing everybody goes on about. You've seen videos on YouTube where you turn really quickly and go and face towards the ground and it does that, but I'm, you know, I'm a novice. I'm not going to get into a stage where I'm going to be prop washing. The only prop washing I'll do is if I crash into a river or something. Yeah, so that all being said, it's good. If you want to get into FPV, this is great. You know, it'll set you back a fair old amount. You know, I think he's about over £1,000 for the whole kit new. This was bought second hand. But yeah, they're out there, they're second hand. Some people fly them and go, I can't use this, it's mental. And they sell it on. Some people use it and fiddle around with it and it's fun. There's plenty of buttons on it and turny things and record buttons, and that does something, no idea what. Start and stop and return to home, which is always useful if you can't find your drone. Remember, if you're using FPV goggles, you need to have somebody with you to sort of spot for line of sight of your drone. Don't fly 18 miles away. I think it's got up to 5 kilometers, which is quite a long way, and if you're doing line of sight, you can't see it. You know, I can't see it about 300 yards away, so do have somebody with you when you're flying, because the last thing you want to be doing is being taken out by a bus or something. And don't walk around with it. When I first flew it, I was flying it around where I work, around corridors, and I started walking behind it. Like, what was I doing that for? It's FPV. You're watching it through the goggles. You're seeing what the camera sees on the drone. So don't follow it round. Sit in a chair. And if you stand up, you end up sort of going like this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So sit down. Yeah, this is frankly mental. Nuts. Crazy. Fast. Crashy. One day I might get used to it. I recommend you get one of these on Steam. You can get these FPV training programs. You can plug this into it and you can train to do it. I've done that and I've crashed on that as well. So you can see how hard it is, but obviously you don't do any damage to your drone while you're flying. But yeah, that is nuts, crazy, bonkers. Yeah, bonkers. So what don't I like about it? I don't like that. Dangerous. No, I'll get used to it. It'll be alright. What I don't like about it is this charging unit. You know, these. You know, when the batteries aren't on it, it looks like this. It's just a piece of black plastic with sockets to plug the batteries in. I'm pulling the ones off here. This has got like a rubber thing on the back, and this sort of plugs in that hole, and you plug it into USB at that end. But there's nothing holding. It's like, it's a bit shit in my view. You know, I'd much rather have something that like click and it's in, or it has a strap. I might modify this to have a strap over it or something, so it can charge 4 at once. But they're all a bit, yeah, a little bit shit in my view. I'm sure DJI makes some bloody good stuff. You know, I've got 2 of their drones. I've got the Mini 2 as well, that I fly when I'm not doing FPV stuff. But I don't want to fly that indoors just because I'd chop somebody's face off. I don't want to do that. And obviously this whole little bad boy's got prop guard, so when you hit things it just sort of bounces off. And I've hit walls with this and it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Slightly annoying that the SD slot is in here, and you've got to sort of fold this little door out and get the props out of the way, and blah, 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 and it's, yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but you know, it's dealable. It's got no, you know, I'm going to crash into the wall sensors like other more expensive drones, but you know, when you hit the wall you bounce off. You just got to be careful of the camera, because the camera can hit a spike or something and you can smash it. So yeah, don't crash it. It's quite hard to crash with this. Once you've got the goggles on, you're flying away, which you'll see in a minute on the video. It's quite cool. It's actually quite it's quite easy to fly. When you launch it, double press that little red button, then you press it again, hold it down, it goes beep beep, and it comes up in the air. Go up 1 point something meters, 1.2 meters I think. Then it'll start flying. Then you get a dot and a cross in front of your eyes. And wherever that dot and cross are, you just point that somewhere and press the trigger, and off it jolly well goes. If you want to go into sport mode, you can click the little black button there, and if you're suddenly going to smash your windows of your house or your greenhouse, you can press that button there and it will stop dead. And I mean, it does stop dead. Yeah, I nearly hit the house the other day. I'll show you the video. I'll put the video me nearly hitting the house. Yeah, so that was me nearly hitting the house. Not good. It's got a record button on the side and record button. I wish it was a little bit more prominent, because when you got the goggles on, you're like, where's that to? So that's a little bit of shit, DJI. I don't think, you know. I know you've got the next model of this out now, and I don't know what it's like, so I've not seen it. And the Avata 2 is out. I don't know if it's much of an upgrade. I don't know. I'm not going to get it. I'm quite happy with this DJI Avata 1. It's got a tilt button. It's not like pinball. You can move the camera up and down with it, basically. And driving, flying, directions. You tilt it forward to go down, tilt it backwards to go up, tilt it to the right to go right, and left to go left, and pull the trigger to move. And once you get the hang of that, it's like, it's kind of intuitive. You get, you know, it works. Anyway, that's what I think of the Avata. Here's some video. Yeah, so I'm going to have a bit of fly around here. I'm quite lucky that I've got a field right behind the house, so it's quite useful. I might not kill anybody. Here we go. Right, double tap. Motors are started. Right, hold it down. Press the brake. Whoa! Let's quick it start. So, there you have it, the DJI Avata Mark 1. I know the 2's out now, but the 1 is fun. It's just fun. You know, enjoy it for what it is. You know, you can do real estate with it. You can do landscape stuff with it. You can do stuff. It does stuff. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it, but a lot more practice. So overall, 8 out of 10. I think it's quite good. Just sort of bloody battery charger out, because that's a bit shit. Yeah, and yeah, all good. Hope you enjoyed my review. Keep an eye on this channel, because there'll be more to come soon, where I tell you what's good and what's shit.